All right, so for this one, I think I used a 16 gauge wire. I want to add some volumes to this. I have the basic structure done and it's pretty secure, pretty strong. I do wish that the legs had a little bit more volume, but I'm going to use a slightly thinner, I believe this is an 18 gauge wire, which is a little bit thinner, a little easier to work with. And I'm going to add some volumes onto my figure. The first things I'm going to do is to add some to the legs so it can have more volume like the legs I have here with the double wire. So I'm going to unwrap a piece of wire by uncoiling it this way. I don't want to like lift it because then I'll end up with a spiral and it'll be all twisty. So I want to unwrap it from the spool, however long I want to work with. All right, so I know you can't see the total length. These are wire cutters. But for my total length now, I have from here to here. So it's probably about 4 feet maybe, close to that. So I want to start with picking a security point. So maybe I would start at the waist or the hips. And you just want to take and wrap it around so you have like an anchor spot. Then you want to tuck that end into one of the negative spaces so it's not sticking out to cut you. To add volume, I can take and I can wrap around this way and then wrap it around again. So you keep wanting to, paper's fine. You keep wanting to create secure points where you wrap your wire and then you know it's stable from that point on. If you don't like the way something is attaching or moving around, stay there before you move on to the next step. So there we go, now I have the knee. For this one, I think I'm just going to twist it around the calf because it's just kind of sticking out there. So I am just going to tighten that one up. You see that? And then from here, now I can create a little bit of a calf volume and wrap it around the ankle. I can come back up to the knee again, maybe kind of mimic that calf muscle. So you see I wrap it 2 times every time I get to the knee. Come back up to the hips. Move the arm out of the way. Wrap it around the hips 2 times. And then you can decide, do you want to continue adding volume onto this leg? So I could just bring this and I could literally wrap it around sideways, or I could have come over and started working on this leg, but I'm going to continue wrapping this first leg right now. Come down to the calf. Oh, that's a really big muscular calf. It's a little much. Let's see if I can kind of squish that in and make it a little smaller. That looks a little better. You want to fix that before you start wrapping it. And then I can work my way back up. This looks a little thin to me right now, so I'm gonna wrap this, but I'm gonna use my finger right now to make the shape that I want rather than just randomly wrapping it and make it the volume that I want. And now when I get to here, I want to kind of secure and tuck that in somewhere so it's not sticking out and it's not sharp. There we go. So now I have, it's over exaggerated, but I have a calf muscle and quad. So that looks like a pretty solid leg compared to this one. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and start to add volume by wrapping and securing different places.